What's up? Hey y'all.
What
We
it
live.
do? Booze.
What it do? It's Juneteenth. We're excited about that, huh? Super excited. Welcome back, guys. We're excited to be here. We got an amazing show lined up for you guys. Trent, you excited about tonight's show?
I am. I'm feeling good, feeling great today. So yeah. I'm
Me
ready to
too.
chit chat with you guys. Do a
Yeah.
little chitty chatting.
Let's go ahead and get our intro out the way so we can get into everything. You
Okay.
ready?
I
What's up,
am.
everyone? My bad. What's up, everyone? I am BV Nicole.
Peace and blessings. I'm totally Trent, and welcome back to another episode of the Mother Sucking Beauty Vault.
Beauty Vault. I'm
Yeah.
BV Nicole. I am salon owner at deluxehairgallery.co for the ones that don't know, as well as founder of DHG Pro University, which is a continuing education platform for cosmetology students.
That's right, girlfriends. And I am the CEO of Totally Trend LLC, as well as your co-educator at DHG Pro University. And as you can see, I'm your co-host here on the Beauty Vault. Super, super excited to have you guys join us today. And shout out to all the ones that have been rocking with us since February.
I know.
We are on our second season, our third or fourth episode,
We're on the
um,
third.
third episode, Trinium. So this
Mm-hmm.
is this is a small accomplishment, but a major accomplishment at the same time. BB and I started this platform to kind of get us used to being in front of you guys, um, networking with you
Yeah.
guys, communicating with you guys, and it just was a way, especially for me, to be able to get some of the jitters out of
For
there,
sure.
um, as well as help me to prepare and learn how to speak in front of the public
Yeah.
and share the knowledge that I have, especially as far as being in the natural hair industry for over 15 years. Um,
Yeah.
Wanted to
Major
take advantage
props.
of this platform to be able to share the stuff that we know with you guys. So thank you
Yeah,
so much for being a part of what we got going on.
for sure. Oh my God. Speaking of that, this show, I feel like we can definitely go ahead and, since it's at the top of the show, talk about what we both have going on because I know that our following doesn't know, and we are live on Instagram as well today, guys. So this is super exciting. So we just really quickly want to bring them up to speed. So I am a hair extension specialist based out of Augusta, Georgia. And my co-host Trin is a natural hair care specialist as well as a loctician based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We host this platform, we host this show to educate and to talk about the industry that we love, the beauty industry. We love being a part of this industry. And we really quickly want to kind of talk to you guys about some of the things that we have going on and we have coming up. So, Trin, I would love for you to start and let them know a little bit about your summer class that you have going on. You can tell them about it, and I'll let you take the floor.
For sure. Thanks. So as you guys see, I was advertising for a lock maintenance class. In the meantime, I got a lot of inquiries in my DMs. A few people asked me about some braiding classes, some one-on-ones as far as starting locks, even maintaining locks, and even learning how to maintain their children's hair.
Yeah.
So I got the idea, and I've been thinking about the teenagers. I even have some teens, especially during prom season, that I had the honor of servicing. And they were asking, "Hey, can I come work with you for the summer?" Or I really learned how to braid, or I practice braiding at home, and there's some skills that I'd like to sharpen up. So when I seen that, when they reached out to me, I thought of coming up with a plan to help bridge that gap.
Mm.
So I am offering 3 hours for $150, and I will supply everything that you guys need. Just bring your model, which would hopefully be your child or the maybe a model um, who you may want to turn into a client, right? Bring them, schedule out 3 hours, sit with me so I can answer any questions that you may have, help you to create a plan and create regimen and processes so that you do not feel defeated when you are servicing or taking care of your loved one's natural hair.
Yes, we love to hear about that. And we will leave that information
Yes.
down below. I love that. I'm excited. I saw the shares on social media today, so I hope you're proud of that. You're going to be booked up. You're going to be booked up. So thank you for sharing that. You guys tap in with Trin. You don't want to miss it out. Look at her Instagram. Go check out her work. If anybody is teaching you anything about hair care braiding, it is this girl. Her skills are amazing, very much given top tier. So please tap in with her. As far as me, you're welcome. As far as me, I'm gonna just talk here. So, but as far as what I have going on, I have a hair extension class that is out right now. I am teaching one-on-ones at the current moment. I'll be doing that all summer long. You guys can go to Instagram and you can look up at DHD Pro University on Instagram if you guys want to find out some more information. The method that I am teaching right now is the TDM hidden bead method. I am a hair extension specialist and microlink specialist, and I am out here teaching you guys how to take care of curly hair and how to do extensions that are designed specifically for curly girls and naturally textured girls. That is my specialty, is microlinks as well as textured hair. So if you want to learn how to tap into that lane of curly girl extensions, you want to come to this class, you want to check it out. And the beautiful thing about my class and my courses are these techniques, of course, will work on straight textured or wavy textured hair, but the one thing that makes it stand out is it is designed to be safe for all textures. So it is specifically designed for curly girls and naturally curly girls, but the straight clients can wear it as well. We just wanted to make room for the natural girls. Okay, so that class again is the TDM hidden bead method, and I am taking one-on-one courses for that right now. I'll just let a QR code pop up. If you guys want to register, feel free to do that. To the ones on Instagram, I will leave a link below. If you are interested, you can register online. So moving on, let's get into the juice for today. Well, you want to check the comments? Hey guys, we have comments.
Got people in the chat. Yes, and I just wanted to add, you guys, make sure that you do, if you are interested in expanding your income, elevating your income, you definitely want to take this class. Yeah. I've had the opportunity of taking BB's class myself, and it was worth the drive. She's very hands-on, very thorough. I enjoyed the class so much myself, so I definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. I just wanted to make sure that I said that. But moving on to the Chizat, who's over here.
Could you guys, I see the comment. Hey Tiara. Hey girl. Could you comment again? We're trying to keep the comments up so we can keep up with you guys and the show can flow. Y'all already know we be trying stuff, but we don't want to have to go between screens. We want to be able to look right ahead to see your comments. So if you guys want to help us and comment right now, boom, there we have it. So welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. And I also want to celebrate. Thank you. I also want to start off by, let's go ahead and, since the author is in the house, guys, I want to, go ahead.
Got a celebrity.
We got a celebrity in the house. We got a Black author in here, honey. 2-time published author. I want to take a moment to shed some light on her because I want to, honor you while you're here. My little sister, I'm related to this amazing woman. My little sister is a 2-time published author, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to check out her book. It's called They Belong Here. This is her second published book. It is poetry and it focuses on mental health. That's how she started her journey, doing her journey for mental health. She started writing poetry to cope and do things like that. And her poems were a way for her to express how she felt. And she published the books with her written poetry. And her first book started off about mental health. And her second book, which is on the screen now, is They Belong Here. This one is a little more saucy, a little more spicy because she's grown. She's elevated. She's mastered taking care of her mental health. Now she's tapping into her sensual side. So this is a collection of erotic, sensual poetry. And if you guys are into that, please check it out. I want you guys to see my copy that I keep behind me on the show. Look how beautiful that is, guys. That's my beautiful little sister. So
yes.
I will leave
That's all her hair too.
And it is okay.
That's all her hair.
I'm always supporting you. Always thinking of you, and I'm very proud of you. You guys cop that. The information is on the screen. Check that out. And to our Instagram live watchers, I will leave I will leave the link over in the comment section soon. Okay. All right. You ready to move along? You ready to get into it? Super excited. Hey, Tiffany. Very nice to have you in here.
Hi, Tiffany.
All right.
Welcome back, boo.
Okay, so how was your week? Let's go ahead and check in because, I haven't seen you all week. We have been really keeping it pretty much brief. We've been busy. Yeah. I've seen you with the kids. You've been handling business. Tell me about your day. How was it today?
Today was pretty relaxed. I got up earlier than usual. I got up about 6 something this morning, which was fairly odd, but I was well rested and my mind was thinking about all the right things. Good. And so I was feeling good. We just hung out around the house. I did a little light cleaning, cooked with my girls, with my teenagers, and did a little cleaning.
Good for you. So you kept it easy.
I didn't have any clients today.
That is a first. Because you be getting it done.
Exactly.
That is a first.
I was checking my books, like something's, but I take my rest and how it comes because I know it gets busy. So I was relaxing today. I really enjoyed my day. The rain, it didn't affect me much. Yeah. I was just chilling. How about you?
Hear that. I slept all day. I actually woke up I had a headache, but I know why. We're gonna get into that. I had a headache, and then I kind of rested all day. Talked to family members here and there, and then of course Monday is therapy day for me. Get you a therapist. But I went to therapy today. And it was really good. I definitely had an emotional release, but that I was able to rest after I went through therapy. I was able to rest and relax for the rest of the day. My weights were lifted up off of me, taking care of my mental health. I love staying in the mental gym. I love it. But I went to therapy today and then I just relaxed and then I cooked dinner. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Courtney. And then I cooked dinner. And then waited for the show to start. So that's pretty much my day summarized. I did absolutely nothing. I try to do absolutely nothing on Monday because it's really become my token day for self-care. I try not to do nothing on it, and I stay away from doing things I don't want to do because it's just my day. So
I can relate. Mm-hmm. I can relate. I work on an average 6 days a week. So the summertime is here. So I've recently actually just closed my books on Mondays until further notice.
Good for you.
So I'm still gonna work some Sundays as I feel. Saturdays are non-negotiable
for sure.
But some Sundays I'm still gonna work. But Mondays I'm just I'm gonna take that time to do exactly what you said. Just not have the urgency to be a part of the hustle and bustle that goes on Mondays, kind of be able to take advantage and reset and plan my week I usually actually try to plan my week on Sundays, so it would be nice to have that Monday just to chill and
for
do
sure.
light work or just sleep if I want to.
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
Self-care.
I agree because it's
So,
like
how about you guys?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
No,
baby.
I was gonna say like I'm definitely unsubscribing to the overly hustle mentality, like hustle, 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 no rest, no sleep. I'm resting, I am sleeping, I am stopping, I am saying no to things. I'm chilling, I'm taking it easy. I've lived the hustle life and it's exhausting. So I am tapping into today I ain't doing nothing. I'm not worried about business. I'm not doing anything today but take care of me. So I feel that. So good for you. But just like you said, yes. How are y'all feeling? We got people in the house tonight. How y'all feeling?
Yes.
I see that Tierra says this may be too personal, but speaking of the mental gym, what are some other mental health gym exercising coping skills we are doing? I don't mind talking about
that.
That's a good question. We were keeping it light tonight. That's
a good question.
You want to answer that?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so I will read it again. This may be too personal. This is a question from one of our sisters, Tierra Adams. She was actually on one of our first shows at the beginning when we did the sister group. Dear husband,
dear future
letter.
husband.
So that was,
we still manifesting.
Yes, that was cool. Hello. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This may be too personal, but speaking of the mental gym, what are some other mental health gym exercising coping skills are y'all doing? For me, I have picked up my pen and my pad again. Ooh. I am a songwriter. I love music. I love to write music. I love to write, actually, period. Mm-hmm. In general, I remember, growing up, I like to journal and things like that. Yeah. I like to write my grocery list down. I know I can put it in my notes in my phone, but I'm still one of those people that like to actually find a pen and a pad and write things down. So that's something that I do. I like to write, and I've recently picked my pen and pad up. I've had some really dope engineers to send me some beats, so I've been inspired. Which is, if anybody really knows me, music is that's my first love. So
this is news to me. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so that is something that I've been doing, and it's kind of been helping me to cope. That's my mental gym exercise. What about you, co-host?
Girl, for me, I feel like anything as far as like stress and stuff like that, I feel like it affects me like physically. I feel like, so just listening to my body and really being intentional about like, I feel like I'm in my season where I'm just really focused on my boundaries. You know what I mean? That's a really big part of my mental health regimen, because that's the main thing that would get me out of whack, because I care for people. I never want to see anyone, lack, but sometimes you got to fill your own cup. So I'm really in that filling my own cup stage, and I give out what I can, but when I can't, it's no love lost, but just boundaries, enforcing boundaries with love, of course, but just staying true to that. That's helped me. When I say 1,000% on my mental health journey, that's helped me like keep the balance, so sure. Just boundaries, that's a part of my coping. And also skating. On a lighter note, I skate. And my little sister probably about to roll her eyes, because I'm like, girl, it's a skate party this weekend and I'm in there. But it's Augusta's annual Rolling on the 8s. It's our second annual skate party here in Augusta. It's Saturday at our local skating rink, which is Skateland of Augusta, and it's from 11:30 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. So it's an adult event. It's gonna be lit. The first. You
still got them extra skates for sis?
I have 3 pairs. So anybody
you have an extra pair?
I do. Anybody can borrow. She said soft girl era. Love that for me. But yeah, so just skating. Skating is my way to really turn everything off. She's not gonna be there though. We'll deal with that later. I am gonna be there, but skating is my way to turn everything off. My little sister has a birthday dinner, and speaking of boundaries, I'm like, I think I'm gonna stay. She's like, no, you're not. You coming? We're not gonna figure that out on the show. But my little sister is in the house, and she has a birthday June 30th. It's a Cancer, y'all. It's a Cancer in here. Run! I'm just like, but it's my little sister's birthday, and we're gonna celebrate that. I'm gonna celebrate some type of way. If I'm not there, monetary gifts will be sent, but some kind of way I'm gonna celebrate you. Even though she don't want to hear that, she's one of the main people that goes against my boundaries. The boundaries are for her. She's one of those people. And she knows it. I love you. But that's how that was a great question. I hope you
It was a
took
good
something
question.
from that feedback. That was an amazing question, actually. So with that, Tran, you want to tell them about our hot topic today? Let them know what we chatting about
Today's
today.
hot topic is, since you guys have spoke up, you have stood up for yourselves and said, we tired of this.
Oh, girl.
We are tired of being mistreated on Father's Day. We are tired of not being acknowledged on Father's Day.
Oh my God, the meme.
And not only are we not getting acknowledged, we ain't getting the gifts that we want. Not only are we not getting the gifts that we want, we gotta share our day with Juneteenth.
They do,
we hear
right,
you guys.
With Juneteenth. Isn't that
We
crazy?
have heard you loud and clear. And today on the Beauty Vault, we're gonna talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to celebrate
the fathers,
you guys, today by acknowledging the fact that we have heard your plea.
For sure.
We have heard your petition, and we receive it. And we're going to talk about it today. And on as well as that, that's going to be the culture, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to also get into the beauty industry, which we have both over 10, 15 years, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to give you guys some summer hair tips. We're going to help you guys to be able to maintain your hair while you are enjoying and having fun in the sun. Okay?
Don't miss those tips. So let's tell me this. How did you celebrate the father? Do you care to share? What did you do for the father in your home? How did y'all celebrate his life and his contribution? How did y'all do? What did y'all decide to do?
Well, to be honest.
Why you say it like that? Oh my God. No.
Am I being shamed?
No, don't be.
Okay.
Don't be ashamed here.
To be honest, let's start with you.
You want to start with me? Now I feel bad.
Yeah, let's start with you.
No,
please
what
don't.
we did, well, I didn't do shit. I stayed at home cleaning up and cooking and stuff. But so what we did, on behalf of me and the children, we sent him out for a massage in the morning because he always likes getting massages. So we sent him out. That was his first actual massage with like a massage therapist. And so he went to do that. And while he did that, we made breakfast. Like we did the whole little thing. We did like parfaits, and then we made breakfast, and we had mocktails like mimosas. Like all my nephew was here with me and my children, so all of us, we kind of had like a nice kind of like breakfast style that you would have like at a restaurant, just to because I appreciate, I see the void out there. I definitely appreciate what the fathers do. Like I get it. I love it. So I definitely wanted to show my appreciation, because honestly, men are really, if it wasn't for me just doing it, he wouldn't ask. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, you don't have to do nothing. It's cool. But I feel like, nah, you take care of us. Oh, I do. We do. You know what I mean?
It makes me wonder is that something that needs to change?
I think so.
Is it because men, for the most part, won't ask? Yeah. And has that kind of spoiled us in a way that we're like, oh, well,
I feel like, to be honest, and it's no shade, because I do feel like women deserve special treatment, but I feel like sometimes we only push women. Hey, mascot. Hey, Maria. I feel like sometimes we only push like women driven things, I feel like yes, men need to normalize accepting gifts and accepting love. And I feel like some men get that and want that. We see it out there. We see the discussions. We see the y'all got to worry about our happiness too. Y'all got to think about how we feel in the relationship, how we feel, and it's true. I mean, it's true. I don't disagree with that. You know what I mean? So I feel like it would
Absolutely.
help if men accept it more instead of like shut their feelings down. Like, no, you don't have to do nothing for me. And then sometimes they'll do that and possibly resent someone not doing anything. You know what I mean? Because they already kind of don't expect it, so they don't really, I guess, voice it. They don't voice it. They have a desire or a need. So I just worked around that. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do something anyway, and that's what I did.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that do what you feel. I'm those type of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type of person that feels like, oh, go with the crowd, do what the crowd is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like do things special. Learn your partner or the father of your children, their love language. So their love language may be, but their love language may be you cooking and cleaning.
That's a big one.
Their love language, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seen on the blog saying, "Hey, don't be coming up in there in your birthday suit thinking that this is an appropriate gift."
Well, honey, that's part of it. Come on, child, please. They try to like act put it like this. I feel like that needs to stop. Like trying to like play down like intimacy. Like let's be very clear. The world runs on it. So yeah, you might not want it as a gift, but let's not be foolish and act like that's a high value gift. Okay.
I seen on the blog. They tired of the ties.
But they don't want to keep it focused on the men. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead. What you gonna say? What you talking about?
I also seen on the blog that the fathers are tired of the little stick figure pictures too. Ooh. Man, this is your time.
Yeah, tap in. No, but I agree. I feel like this. What you said earlier, we're gonna tap into that. What you said is learn your partner. Learn their love language. And that is the truth. Some men may want that intimacy. Some men may want gifts. Some men may want something cleaned up. There's so many different things. I feel like for sure cleaning, for sure food. My main love language is all of them. So it's like, it's never just one. But it's like, Lord, just learn your person. And I think gifts is not like the first thing that he expects or wants, but he likes nice things. So gifts, he likes gifts too.
I love that.
What about, and
I love that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we can agree that we appreciate the fathers in our lives for the things that they do for our children. We are blessed to have some pretty good father figures and fathers in our lives.
Definitely.
So that is something to be proud of, and that is something to be celebrated and acknowledged.
For sure. I see a comment. You want to take that?
Let's see here.
I'll go ahead. You take it first, because I had something to say about that. I feel like honestly, I do see I said you were going to go first. I'm working on it. I did. I said I'm working on it. I talk a lot. Your turn. You have it.
No, did you see the comment? I'm gonna go ahead and read the comment. No, actually,
read it. You can
tell me how you feel about it.
I
don't even know which one. I don't know which one.
Okay.
Tiara, the one Tiara.
Yeah. Wait, you see another one? I only see the one Tiara.
Correct. Okay.
Let's go ahead.
This one.
I'm gonna just keep it real. You can say how you feel about
it.
Okay. Do you think the shady post, like posting your mom or single mom posting herself for Father's Day, is acceptable? I honor and respect and know so many single moms. And the reality is, with all love, we have our day. We have our day. We have our day.
Not the father.
And we're not daddies.
Just do Mother's Day big.
Yeah, do Mother's Day big. And if anything, I don't know. It's just like, no. Because I just say this. Personally, I don't believe in that, because like, what is the example we're setting? The point is, they did not have a father. And that's important. That's going to be important about who they become and what type of person they're going to be. But you can't just say, I'm a woman, I feel that role, because we didn't. And we only have one role to fill, and that is that is the problem. We are not supposed to fill more than one role. So me personally, I'll just speak personally, I don't agree with it. People can do what they will, but I think it's distasteful. But I understand 100% where it comes from. But the reality is, we have our day. And I don't think this is for the biggest picture. This is not for the absent fathers. This is for the present ones. Father's Day, we're not gonna, why would you celebrate someone who wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't take away from the people that this is the people that's showing up. They're there. Because there's a lot of deadbeat moms too, but nobody bashes them on Mother's Day. Like, I don't ever see it personally. And I don't see men saying I'm the daddy and mom too, and I see plenty single fathers on my timeline. You know what I mean? So
I feel like these days are set up. Me personally, I really have been practicing more and more to stray away from these pagan holidays.
Ooh,
and Mother's
me
Day
too.
and Father's Day are
Let's get into
is
it.
included in that, and that's more of the way that I was on this year.
Me too.
But that's on another tangent.
Mhm.
But to
But I agree with
piggyback off
you
of what you were saying, I don't feel the need to be for a mother to be acknowledged on Father's Day.
at all.
These days are set up to acknowledge the present guardian or parent in that role. So on Father's Day, if the father isn't present, you're only acknowledging the lack of his presence.
For
if you're saying
sure.
that, hey, I'm the daddy, but the reality is, baby, you're the mom.
No.
You know, and you're a damn good
Yeah,
mom
for
if
sure.
you are, filling in certain roles that would be expected, that person may expect the father to feel. But for the most part, I think it kind of draws more of a negative attention, or the fact that the mom just wants to acknowledge that she's doing it alone.
Yeah, and that's
You know what I'm saying?
and that's what
But
Mother's Day is for.
But do that on Mother's Day.
For
That's
sure.
just my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Father's Day are for the fathers who are present, father figures who are present.
Figures, all fathers.
Yeah, and Mother's Day are for that. Single moms, do it big on Mother's Day if you out here
That's
filling
right.
in. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that is that on that, because it's just, I mean, I feel like we can go ahead and talk about it. I feel like there's such a divide. Like, there's such a very present brick wall between men and women. I don't know. I just don't feel like the climate right now is like, I don't know. I appreciate the fact that I'm not living online. I'm living totally opposite of what's going on in this world. You know what I mean? I appreciate men in the household. I appreciate a hardworking man. I'm not, so independent where I don't want nobody there. I work hard, but you can take these bills. You can take care of me. So I'm cool with that. But I feel like there's a big divide. Like, everything is women, and it's like we're just pinned against each other, and it's very interesting. I feel like our generation is going to miss out on like real love. I feel like we're going to miss.
There's so much competition within. Maybe it's the high expectations,
It's
but
the
I feel
unrealistic expectations. It's not.
There's
real.
So much business versus the love.
Yeah,
it's like
everything is
transactional.
Everything is transactional.
Yes.
It's very transactional.
Yeah. And do we even like each other anymore? At this point,
girl, we ain't gonna get into. We got to make
as a generation. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's another episode.
It is. It's just it. If y'all want to talk about that, we'll do an episode dedicated to that. But how do y'all feel? Y'all, if you're replaying this, if you're watching this live right now with us, how do y'all feel about like the climate and the dating scene, the climate when it comes to like unity between relationships? Because I know that relationships are, I'm speaking man and woman because that's just what I do. That's the type of relationship I'm in. But whatever, relationships have different dynamics no matter who's in them. The point is, for you, do you feel that the dating scene is balanced? Or do you feel like there's like a divide out there? I would love to talk about that more, even though that's not really our main thing. I kind of get tired of stuff like that because it's like, oh my God, like alignment. Just get aligned with someone who thinks, and not necessarily thinks like you, but I feel like alignment is missing. Everybody is trying to get with someone and change them and make them conform and become something that they're, not, when you can just go get with someone who believes in what you believe in. Like, Why nobody talking about that? Why are we not talking about alignment? You know what I mean? Things like that. Everything is so divisive. Let's realign, But I ain't gonna go off on a tangent. You were about to say something. Do you remember your thoughts?
I think that would be a great episode
Yeah.
where we could talk about the
Shake the
alignment and
table.
bridging the
Yes.
gaps. And yeah, I would love to
We're gonna do
touch
that.
on that a little bit. Yeah,
I
that would
would
be nice.
too. I'm feeling that.
But we do have some people that have joined us, and just want to thank you guys for checking in with us
Yeah.
and stopping by on today.
Hi guys.
Today's hot topic is Happy Juneteenth, and we are acknowledging the fathers and the father figures out
We
there.
are.
We have heard your cries, we have heard your petition, and we have heard your plea. You guys are tired of not being acknowledged, not getting
As
the
they
love that you
should be.
deserve. You're tired of the ties. You're tired of the stick figure drawings from your kids. You want to be flued out.
For sure.
You want to be blinked. You want to be busted down,
Yeah.
okay? And we're here to tell you guys on behalf of all of the boss women in attendance, we hear you and you deserve it.
Yeah.
And we want to know how you guys feel. How do you guys feel about sharing
their holiday with another? It's like a major holiday right behind Father's Day. They would never do this to Mother's Day. Like, it's crazy, but it's unfortunate. It's not funny. It's just this is crazy.
It is what it is.
What it is. But I would say this. What was it like? The father figures in your life, if you want to briefly touch on that, what was that like for you? Like, do you feel like you had a good experience or?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I usually try to be super transparent as far as my emotional boundaries will take me.
That's right.
Right, because we're all killing me.
Yeah.
I didn't have the privilege of being raised by my biological father. But I did have the honor of being raised by a wonderful father figure, and that is who I call my dad to this day. Is who I know I can depend on. Matter of fact, I called him yesterday. I didn't say Happy Father's Day, but I did say, I just wanted to thank you for being there for me and just being a part of my life. I appreciate the things that you do for me and my children, and just showing me what a man is supposed to look like, how a man is supposed to love on his wife and love. And you showed me that it is possible for a man to love children that did not come out of his nutsack.
Period.
And that's just really honorable. And this guy's never given me any bad advice. He's never not showed up when I really needed him the most, and I don't have to call him. He calls and checks on me.
Yeah.
So I have had the honor and the privilege to be able to call someone that's my dad, that's not, and we don't share a cell of the same blood.
Wow.
But that's my dog.
That's beautiful though. I did.
How about you?
I had my father in the home. Luckily, it's a beautiful thing. Also, I kind of I didn't experience that, but I kind of saw that because, my oldest brother, he doesn't share the same father as us, but, I never saw him treated differently. So my daddy is a daddy and a step daddy too, in a way, you know what I mean?
Papa do right.
I feel like my father wouldn't call him a stepson. You know what I mean? That's his son.
No,
you know what
absolutely
I mean?
not. I've never been called that.
He would never separate it. But that's amazing. I feel like we've had some, despite all imperfections, I feel like I definitely had, great examples in my life, with the best that everyone could do. I'm grateful for the examples that I've had, So I don't know. That was just, I talked to my dad the other day. I've just been calling him lately, like more and more, because I'm so grateful that he's still with us. You know what I mean? Because so many of us are celebrating, so many fathers are not here. They're, they moved on. But I just call him lately, and I talk to him a lot. Like, I'll just call him, hey, what you doing? I know he's so shocked because lately I just call him, just, talk to him. I don't want nothing from him. I just want to hear him, and we got plans to skate and stuff. But I love my daddy. I love my dad. So I got to have my father in the home, but I also got to see at the same time my father, love and care for another child too that wasn't, his. So shout out to the daddies, the step daddies, all fathers. Shout out to the present fathers, because your presence is really a present. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And I'm telling you, great
Nah, for sure.
fathers are just, I feel like they should be celebrated more. I definitely feel like they should be
They're
celebrated
definitely.
more. I'm so tired of hearing about the ones that ain't getting it right. Let's celebrate the ones that do. Let's honor them. Let's speak on them. So I would love for the
Nah, for
narrative
sure.
to change about that in regards to that. But happy belated Father's Day, guys. We appreciate
Yes,
you,
yes,
love all that you
yes.
do.
Shout out my baby
The
daddies.
baby daddies, the husbands.
Y'all be holding them
Okay,
caps
they
down. Y'all be
definitely
holding
be
them
holding it
down.
down. I definitely got I tell mom like, oh, I am so lucky because it's real out here. I tell them all the time, I'm so grateful for you. Like, oh, thank you. Like, thank you. I'm just so appreciative. He's an amazing father. So good night. But yeah, so speaking of Juneteenth, it's Juneteenth. Everyone, I'm assume everybody know what Juneteenth is, and how it came about. Right? Do you know how like the history of it? Or
Yeah, Juneteenth is when you go out, you get dressed in your proper garments. You go
yeah.
out in the community, like to a park, and you buy black on.
That's yes, but the original. Do you know how it originated? You're so aggravated. I mean, that's what it is. No, but that is
You eat good.
that is what it is. I mean,
You listen to some good music.
yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, I feel like this. Y'all know I just like learning about things. Okay, so basically, like I posted on social media. I would just read my social media posts. Why not?
Do that, darling.
Actually, why do I not want to do that? But I will. I'm just gonna
Even
read
though-
it. I'm gonna read it because I
Do
feel
it.
like even my little sister, she didn't even know. Like, so there's a little bit of history. I just did my own research and I kind of summarized, like, what Juneteenth kind of means. I'll say to me, I'm grateful for entrepreneurship and I'm grateful for the ability to be paid for. I think I messed up the live, so I'm gonna go back. You see it now? I'm grateful for entrepreneurship. I'm grateful for being compensated for my hard work and my skills. So I'm gonna basically summarize. So basically, have you guys ever heard of Freedom's Eve? Have you heard of that trend?
No, I have
Okay,
not.
so Freedom's Eve is basically, it happened on December 31st. The year was 1862, I believe, 1862, December 31st. And all slaves that were in like the Confederate States, they called it watch night, right? They were waiting for Abraham Lincoln to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. So they gathered. It was almost like, everything stood still. I can only imagine how they felt. But basically, that's where like the watch night service came from, and like Christianity. That's why people gather on the 31st and they sit and they wait. And now they're waiting on the coming of Jesus or whatever the case. But originally, it started as slaves waiting to see if Abraham Lincoln actually decided to set them free. Right. So of course, we know that Abraham Lincoln signed it on the 1st, January 1st, 1863. He signed it. So technically, all slaves were considered to be free men. Well, 2.5 years after that, Texas, of course, decided to keep that from the slaves. There's many states that decided to keep this from the slaves, but they did not let the slaves know that they were free. And of course, the Emancipation Proclamation, it didn't touch all states because some states were still under Confederacy. So they were still in the rebellion. They were not agreeing with anything that was going on. So they did not let them free. Even though Texas was a part of one of the states that actually was supposed to let them go. So in Galveston, Texas, after 2.5 years after slave owners got free labor, they got 2.5 years of free labor after the emancipation, right? So after that, the order number 3 came out, and that's what June 19th symbolizes. What was his name? A General Gordon, I can't think of his name, but I wrote it down. But he came and he let people know, like, hey, the war is over. These people are free. All right. So they let them free. And from there, a lot of people think that's when slavery ended, but it didn't, because slavery really ended on December 6th. Of course, everybody knows that. But so technically, slavery never really ended. It just, the Emancipation Proclamation pretty much just stopped slavery from like spreading any further. That's all it basically did. And I just say all that to say I'm grateful that I get paid. Oh, you left out of our Instagram. I don't know if you meant to, but I we get paid now for our labor, and so many people didn't, and that sucks because I don't know. It's just like that is still so fresh, and it's still so recent when you think about it, like how long ago that was. It wasn't that long ago. But I don't know, I just say all that to say is like that's not really our Independence Day, but we do celebrate it because it is really important. I'm not saying that to negate that, but we really didn't become independent or emancipated until December 6th, 1865. So I thought that was interesting. I read that, I searched that up because I'm like, what really happened? I wanted to really know for myself, what is being celebrated. I don't know. So that was just a fun fact that I had come across. Did you know any of that or care to know? I thought it was super
Nope.
fascinating, especially about like how like watch services is tied into, like, we're gonna get into it, but I remember doing watch nights, and I never ever 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 knew that they were attached to something like that. Of course, I should have known, but when you're kind of handed down religion from your parents, you're not really at the age to like think for yourself. But just to know that that's tied together, it's just mind blowing to me, and that's why I wanted to share it on the Beauty Vault. I just said that is so crazy. Like that's what watch night comes from. I don't know if you experienced that, but I remember going to church and on New Year's Eve celebrating in the churches and doing like a watch night. So I just thought that was crazy. That was like a fun fact that I did not know. Now the people know. But do you celebrate Juneteenth? How do you celebrate it in your household? Yeah, I don't really celebrate much, but waking up grateful for life, you know what I mean? Because it's another step forward, but we have so much further to go. Like it's like we can celebrate, but it's just so much. It's so much to be done. We ain't there, but I'm grateful. Definitely grateful for my freedoms to be paid. I'm grateful for entrepreneurship. Me and you both, we benefit from that. So that's just a blessing. Because of these things happening, I'm grateful. But I don't quite celebrate it. But I don't know. But I didn't know you didn't celebrate it either. I kind of find myself, like you said earlier in the show, I kind of find myself stepping back from all of that, taking a break from all of
Yeah.
that, kind of just finding purpose and seeing what I think and what I deem celebratory. I'm tired of going with the flow. I stopped doing that a long time ago. I've been slowly bringing like certain traditions out of my household. You know what I mean? And it's private, and I ain't gonna talk about it because it ain't nobody's business. But I don't mind sharing that. I don't really celebrate Juneteenth. I celebrate the progress. I don't necessarily go out and celebrate it as like a holiday itself, but I acknowledge the change. Yeah. But I guess we can get into some things that you guys can do for your hair over the summer. Did you have anything else to add to that? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So, first things first, guys, for everyone watching the show, we're going to finish the show off by giving you guys some summer tips on how you can take care of your hair this summer. You guys know we had to talk about that. It's the Beauty Vault. We got to talk about beauty things. So, we have a question for you guys, to the audience, to our listeners, to our live people watching me now. What is your go to summer hairstyle? Answer that question down below and let us know. Join us in the conversation. So, Tran, tell me a little bit about like your summer hairstyle. What do you like to do? What do you like to wear? What do you go for?
Messy bun.
I am
Hands down.
messy bun
Messy
off
bun
rep.
is always gonna be my go-to.
Yeah,
And that's usually from like a wash and go,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Me too. I'm a
like
wash
a
and go
wash out
girl.
or a wash day or something like that.
Hmm.
And then especially during the summertime, you can definitely find me somewhere in water, whether it be the beach or the chlorine in the pool or
Hmm.
something like that. So definitely my hair gets washed a lot. So it's in its natural state. So as far as a style, like today, We're doing messy bun, couple tendrils out there.
Not a couple
You
tendrils.
know, little side tendrils.
Uh-huh.
Oh
That
my
was me.
life.
You were on my phone. Oh my life. Let that bop.
Aw. I was like,
Baby,
wait, is this an
try
intermission?
it woke you up though. I'm here for it. But yeah, you go for the messy bun.
Yeah.
For me,
How about you?
I'm always gonna do the teeny weeny fro because I have a short haircut. That's gonna be my summer thing. Georgia's too hot for wigs. It's too hot for all of that. So I definitely go for like the short look unless I want to switch it up. Like I'm happy to be bald this summer. I'm here for that. So we want to jump into some ways that you guys can beat the heat and combat dry hair this summer. Tran, do you want to start us off? What are some things that they can do to combat dry hair?
Hydration is definitely the key.
Mhm.
Do not skip the deep conditioners. I'd actually recommend deep conditioning your hair every time you go swimming after you wash, and because the chlorine, it just really strips.
It
It's
does.
super. It's a super stripping agent. Of course, we know it's a chemical. It's in your skin, so it's hydrating your hair as well, even as your skin.
Yeah.
Making sure that you replenishing and putting back in everything that was taken out, even from the clarifying shampoo
Yes.
that you use after swimming, right? So yeah, some tricks you can do. You can use natural things, even like aloe vera. Get you an aloe vera plant, gut it, blend it, or even just squeeze it in your hand and just use the juices and saturate all of your hair strands. Leave it on your
Yeah.
head for maybe 30 to 45 minutes with a cap, while you're just walking around watching Netflix, scrolling on your phone, and then rinse it with cold water.
That's
You
the
guys,
key.
you're gonna want to make sure that you're rinsing your conditioners. You're leaving, not your leaving, your deep conditioners or your conditioners, your Olaplexes, your any hair treatment, hot oil treatments, moisturizing treatments that you put in your hair. You're gonna want to rinse with cool, even cold water, and that's even
For
going to be good
sure.
for your skin as well, guys. So that's just one of my many moisturizing tips. Rice water. Do a rice water
I
treatment on your
never
hair
did
this
that.
summer.
I've never did rice water.
That's gonna replenish the keratin and give you a lot of good proteins that are just in the rice, and put them in your hair, and help to maintain moisture. Make sure, you guys, that you understand that oil is not a moisturizer.
Yes.
You're gonna want to use oil. Definitely you're gonna want to get you a really good oil to seal in your moisture.
Love that.
But make sure that you guys understand that you're going to want to use oil after you use a moisturizer, because your oil is going to seal it in. It's going to hold it together.
Yes.
BB.
No, I love that those tips. That's amazing, because oil is a sealant. Like a lot of people understand that, and they're putting oil like on dry hair, so then you're just locking in dry hair. So I don't need to add to that because she handled that, but I'll just say, like, I was listening, but I don't know if you said like leave-in conditioners and things like that. So just all those tips was great. Hydration is key. One thing about the summertime, you're getting a lot of like exposure from your environment, so you just want to make sure that you are protecting your hair when you're swimming, when you're out, when you're on vacation, when you're in different climates. Make sure you're hydrating your hair. I agree with what you said. Just and also consider your hair type and your hair texture. And if you don't quite know what to do, kind of Google some things that you can do to lock in moisture for your hair. If you guys want to know a little bit more, we talked in the last episode. We were talking about textured hair. So if you guys want to check that out, we dropped some gems. We left some tips in that video as well. But yeah, we can move right along. Remember to keep your hair hydrated. I think that another amazing tip that you guys can do this summer is to ditch the heat. Okay. I think that if you are a curly girl, this is your time to shine. It's that time of the year where you can leave the hair with your hair wet leave the house, not the hair. You can leave the house with your hair wet and you don't have to worry about getting sick or anything like that. And it's hot enough, depending on where you are, it's hot enough for you to dry on the go. So you can opt to leave the direct heat styles out of your hair care regimen this summer. You can utilize styling hairstyles that you don't need any like direct heat for. Like you can do like wash and goes, like Trin was talking about at the top of the show. You can do twist outs. You can do messy buns. You can do what else? Oh my God, there's so many different things that you can do, but you definitely want to avoid heat. That's the biggest factor. Avoid heat where you can. If you are someone that uses a lot of heat in your regimen, just make sure you don't skip the treatments. Don't skip the hydration. Don't skip the protein, because the climate is going to be the heat, the sun, the UV rays is really going to be doing its work and doing its number on your hair. Okay. Anything you want to add to that?
Yes, definitely. If you guys are color treated, chemically treated, you're gonna also want to do a little extra as far as ditching the heat. So just like BB, she like per se, she's 6'13". So when she's out on a really, really hot day, she may be on the be out in the sun, put in a little sombrero, a light hat, or something to also protect her hair, to protect it from the heat. That's also going to be something that you may want to think about doing. Lot clients, I know you guys are really happy because you're not having to sit under the dryer so long, because I can pretty much retwist you, style you up, send you out the door, and you know that your hair is still going to dry completely through, right? So embrace your curls this summer.
Book
YouTube
that
universities out there. DHG Pro University is here. We guys do not mind helping you with some styling tips for your hair, some curling tips. Use your fingers with a little bit of leave-in conditioner or some custard or some oil, and love on those curls. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little 360 and a pull, and let those bad boys go.
Yes, my clients have already, like, I feel like I am getting booked up for like the micro links. So as far as like curly girls, you can do hair extensions and different things like that. Just if you are curly, give your hair a break and tap into those curly looks for sure. Ditch the heat for summer. It's gonna be hot enough, you know.
Yes, and you guys think about it. If you ditch the heat all summer, so that's about 3 months, right? Think about what those flat irons are going to look like in the fall and in this winter.
Luxurious, because you're packing it with moisture. Love it.
Trust the process. I do this every year. During the summer, I ditch the heat. I embrace the curls. So I'm swimming, I'm conditioning, I'm co-washing, I'm conditioning. I'm loving it. I'm loving on my hair and my skin with moisture. By the time the fall and the winter comes and that good flat iron and trim comes through, honey,
you looking luxurious.
We're doing the thing.
Yeah.
So definitely want to do that.
I like that. We love to hear it. So go heat free, baby. So I also feel like what I was getting at talking about extensions, protection is a must, right? We just like to piggyback what you were saying on like how their blowouts and everything is going to look when it comes fall. They got to protect their hair. Protecting is a must, not just keeping it hydrated. I feel like if you are naturally curly or highly textured, you definitely want to do low manipulation styles and give your hair a break. And that can look like, you can tell them about braids. I'll let you talk about that. So one low manipulation hairstyle that my clients like to do, because I don't offer braids and things like that, my clients get wash and goes, of course. And they also do like twist outs. And then I have some clients that opt to get like micro links, like curly micro links. They can twist, they can do buns. They still can wear their hair out and take care of their real hair. even while they have the extensions in. It just gives them a little more volume and a little more length to their natural hair, and it gives them a way to kind of like switch up, because not everybody is a braids girl and not everybody is a twist girl. But you have some micro link options, and you also have, the options of just, doing the minimum with your hair. We love a good natural twist out. We love stuff like that. So how do you recommend that how do you get your clients to protect their hair over the summer? Like, what low manipulation styles do you offer?
Low manipulation style. The lowest manipulation style is going to be your wash and go, just leaving it alone. Make sure that when you guys are laying down at night that you're taking out your hair ties, ponytails, or if it's not holding up your style for the next day, take it out and let your hair breathe. Lessen the tension on your hair bows this summer, because you're going to be fighting against the sun and the tension. Some low, there's so many. Oh gosh.
No, but I knew you had more than me.
There's so many.
I mostly do wash and goes, and then I do like micro links. That way they have the extra hair, but they don't have to like fuss with it. I always say my micro links are like bad hair day prevention. It's like they just can get up and go more than they naturally would if they were dealing with their real hair, because my clients will wear them.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's like they get that break, like they get that added, just like how braids, I feel like, gives people a little extra oomph, so they don't have to do that much. Having the extra length, they can get away with like just waking up, going. But I love what you said about releasing that tension. Take them hair ties out, take them ponytails out, do that, because like when the fall time, in general, all year round, I feel like we notice the breakage and snapping from that. Get rid of that. Release your hair from time to time. I know our ponytail girls out there, they want to do that all summer, but just like you said, they need to sleep without that extra added attention to their hair. I really love that point, actually. Really love that. And I think, do you want to move on to the last slide of the evening?
Yes, it's definitely braid season, you guys. So book those knotless braids, your tribal braids, and things of that such. Those are going to be knotless braids, not box braids. Knotless braids are going to be the less tension, less manipulation than your box braids.
Do you want to explain
also
that
compared to
I know. I just saw, but let me ask you this. Maybe it'll come back to you. I had a client, because I don't do braids. She was asking me, she was like, is there a difference between the knotless and the knotted one? She was asking me which one she should get. Her hair is fine. I told her, hey, I believe that maybe the knotless is the better version. Since you do braids, what is like the biggest differences from those two methods? Like, that's what I would like for them to know, because a lot of people don't know the difference and what it's doing to the actual hair, like the process of it. Is one heavier or lighter than the other? What is the difference?
One is hair gradually added to the hair strand. It's fed into the hair, and it is less hair usually used to create a knotless braid versus a box braid. I believe that the amount of hair used to create a medium-sized box braid versus a medium-sized knotless braid is our difference in grams. As well as, from my experience, I feel that all of there is a bulk of hair that is added at one time that is wrapped around the root of a section to create a box braid, versus, like I said before, there are small strands of hair that are gradually added to the braid as you're creating the knotless braid. So this would create less tension, especially around the root and the perimeter of the braid, because you don't have that bulk of hair choking or wrapping around the root of the hair.
Would you go, you don't have to answer, but would you go as far as to say one is better than the other?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I felt that way too, but I'm not
absolutely.
I felt like one.
We're definitely straying away. You really have more of the wiser elder generation that asks for the box braids just because they're used to that style. It's more bigger off of the head, so it covers more scalp space, they don't like per se. But the knotless looks more, the box braid makes you look like you have more hair versus the knotless actually makes it look like it could have grown out of your scalp. So that's the difference for me.
Okay, yeah. So I love that. Now, hopefully, my client will hear that because they definitely asked me that question, and I was like, I don't know. But in closing, I feel like I would also recommend, me and Trend would both recommend that you guys dedicate to a wash day, pencil in hair care.
For sure.
What so for me, my wash day looks like, I'll give you guys an example. So 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let you finish talking, okay? You can take over.
On my wash day, I usually wash my hair on average about every, I don't even want to tell y'all. I'll say this, during the summer, because I'm swimming, I usually wash my hair maybe 2 times. Every time I condition my hair every time that I swim. But if I'm not swimming during the summertime, on an average, maybe once every week or 2. That's just me. But what I do is I clarify to make sure any oils that I may have in my hair, any products that I may be used, I'm making sure that all of that is absolutely after I have washed my hair. So I start with a really, really good stripping clarifying shampoo, and then I back that thing up with a moisturizing shampoo. So after that, then I go ahead and deep condition. I sit under the dryer to allow the heat to open up my pores and to penetrate my hair with moisture, and then I rinse that with cold water. After I do that, I back it up with a leave-in conditioner. I seal it in with New Roots for You Intense Hair Growth.
Ooh, what is this?
And thickening oil. And then I go about my jolly, curly, natural, luscious day.
Yeah, I like that. Sorry, I had to tune out, but the oil, is that for sale?
It is. It's $25. I actually sell this. My cousin has formulated this wonderful product, and I'm grateful to be a part of this journey. Oh, girl, I got you. I got unlimited bottles. So if you want long, thick hair that's going to be growing intensely, you got to get you some of this. It's good for your whole family, your men. You want your beards to grow in nice and full and thick.
Yeah.
Get you some. If you have some premature grays that are coming in, get you some of this.
Wow.
My scalp, old age, our hair starts to get finer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So our parts are a little more prominent. Drop couple of drops of this bad boy, and a little goes such a long way.
Oh, wow. I love the live demonstration.
It's the bomb. Okay, so
I'm gonna have to get with you. I need to carry that in the salon. Hello.
Yes, honey, you do.
It's the bomb. Okay. Yes. I love that.
I live by it.
Yes.
But yeah.
So, and I want to add, because I got cut off, but I heard your regimen. Like for me, what I like to do is I'm color treated. I have 613 hair underneath my 613 hair. But I pretty much live in mass. And sometimes that's like I do the oils and things like that. But sometimes I find myself not even shampooing all the time. I co-wash a little more. You might have said that. I got distracted. But you can co-wash if you're color treated. You don't always have to shampoo your hair for the colored girls. You can do like co-washes and save the shampoo for when you really need it. That way you can lock in moisture and hydration. And I feel like it's nothing wrong to sleep in conditioner and sleep with a plastic cap and wrap it up in your bonnet. I do that a lot. That's one of like my go-to things, and that's helped me keep hair on my head. So that's my hair care regimen. I have short hair, so it doesn't take me all day. But for the girls that got more, you should definitely dedicate a day to take care of your hair. And if you do that over the summer, I think that'll help your stylist out, and that will really keep you on track with your hair care goals. Because I know sometimes we step away from the salon and we just step away from everything we've been taught, and then your stylist has to repair your hair all fall. So please keep these tips in mind. Please don't, ignore or disregard your hair care over the summer. I know protective styles may be popular, but continue. Go ahead. Interject.
I just wanted to add, don't forget your trims.
Yes.
Don't neglect your trims this summer, because you will pay for it.
Mhm.
Take advantage of the fact that you have all this moisture.
Mhm.
Moisture will retain your length.
Yes.
But if you are not trimming your hair this season, if you didn't get a trim during the spring, if you didn't get a trim during the fall, you are past due for your trim. You really need a little cut. You really need a little mini cut. Go ahead and do it. Get it out the way this summer. Moisturize. Follow your daily wash. Follow the steps that BB's come up with. Take some of the stuff that I've given you guys, and you will reap the benefits of it.
For sure.
I just want to insert that trim. We be forgetting about that trim.
That trim is mandatory.
You got to trim.
You have to. You do. So, I mean, Are we clear to wrap up?
We're gonna go. We have. You go and handle your family business.
Thank you.
It's been an honor, and it's been wonderful seeing your face today, touching bases with you. I feel like we're on the same wave. Despite the storm today, we were the sunshine.
We brought that sunshine for sure.
We're going to continue to be that.
For sure. You want to let them know when they can catch us?
No, you let them know. No, I'm just joking. You can catch us live.
I don't be giving that to me every show.
I don't wanna.
They don't.
It's
your turn.
I just need to know my role, so I don't gotta be told every time. That's the whole thing. She really be giving me my cue, y'all. I know what I'm supposed to do every time.
I don't know. I don't know why I do that. You do not have to be told.
Okay. Catch us live every Monday around 9:30 p.m. Y'all know I always say that.
Around.
Y'all know how we do.
Around. We'll be around.
We have not missed a week yet. And we don't plan on missing it, God willing. There, like we say, things do come up, but we're still gonna show up for you guys. We're gonna show up for ourselves. Love you, sis. Handle your business.
You too.
Send love and hugs to the whole family, and touch bases. We'll touch bases later. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for a great show.
Drop your comments if you guys come across anything that you heard that struck a thought, or you want to drop some comments or ask some questions. Feel free to leave them in the comments. We will see them. We will reply to them. If you guys have any topics that you'd like for us to discuss on future episodes, please let us know. Yeah. We love the people.
We do.
And we love talking about the culture, and we love talking about the beauty industry.
We do.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
You guys have an amazing night.
Mother-sucking day.